Yeah, somebody replied.
Hello everyone. Let's start today's session, which is mastering Excel and Google Sheets. Now, I know you are thinking, spreadsheets, that sound boring, right? But here's the truth. Spreadsheets are literally the superpower of every business which is running around the world. Every single company on the earth uses spreadsheets, which means Excel and Google Sheets. Yes, every single company uses this one. Why? Because spreadsheets are the math are the place where magic happens. They are where the budgets are getting managed, where decisions are getting made, and messy notebooks and data are getting converted to some meaningful insights. And in spreadsheets, every single formula can save 10 hours of a manual work. So people are using spreadsheets to save their data and to make their work easier. Think about it. How many of you have a monthly budget? How many of you track your expenses? How many are probably doing it in a messy notebook or notebook app? I know everyone is maintaining something, right? Like monthly expenses, monthly budgets, like you are getting some pocket money and you are tracking how I'm going to use this, right? If yes, you can type yes or no, then we'll know. Okay, by the end of today's class, you will going to create some monthly budgets for yourself, and you will create a spreadsheet that does all the thinking for you. Okay, so let's get started. Not a technical stuff, not a confusing stuff. We will start with a technical. We'll start with a technical and practical and a real world skill that you can use today. Let's get started. So, why use spreadsheets? If you're like most of the people, you might be using your notebook or a phone notes app, or you might be using someone's WhatsApp chat to make your calculation and everything, right? Like just sending text, you owe me this much money in chat and keeping track of it. But after some and that what happened, after some time you may forget the things, and you may lose the track of that, and you may keep duplicate items in the chats, and you may miss the deadlines to pay your bills or to pay your like your recharges. Nowadays you don't have credit cards, I know, but when you in future you might use credit cards and you may have to keep track of everything. But nowadays you may be using mobile phones, so for recharging you have to keep track of it. So with the help of Excel you can we keep track easily. Yeah, organizations use to keep a track of inventory, contacts, schedules, and the list of tasks, and to filter tables. Okay. Hmm. In spreadsheets, it keeps everything neat and searchable. You can go to search spreadsheet and you can search whatever is required, right? And using a spreadsheet or Excel or Google Sheet, you can search by name, you can search by date, you can search by what amount you are looking for, and you can do anything because everything is present in a single spreadsheet. Example means when in a grocery store, like you go to a kirana store right near to your home, which has around 1,000 products, and they need to know which product is running low, which product sells the most, and which product mm, where they're making much profit. Without spreadsheets, it's a full-time job for a shop owner. With spreadsheets, the shop owner will take might be 2 or 3 minutes to keep track of everything. And for calculation, we can automate mathematics like basic like we can take average of numbers, we can count the numbers, we can keep a track of what's happening there. And you can see we can change a number, and each and every things get changed in our data set, like whole data total get changed, and there might be different things which might happen to your data just by changing one value. So we may what do you say, we may don't get we may not get confused when we are using Excel to track our data. And by changing values, we will change the exact what the final output is, and we can see what have changed and why have changed. Everything is noted there. We have track of everything. So each and every thing is happening there in front of your eyes. So you will not get confused. And you can see, sorry, you can see uh, when why spreadsheets are the tool for organization, because each and everything's happening there, and no one is getting confused. You can keep a track of all the transactions which you have made, or all the event management can be done in the spreadsheets, and you can manage it very easily. Yeah, the interface. You can see the interface of the your Excel file. First, you will have the ribbon, and the menu will be next, and the grid area where you do all the operations. And here at bottom, you can find the status bar. And here, this is the formula bar where where you will write the formulas for doing some calculation, aggregation, or comparison. Everything is done in this formula bar, which is below the font here. So this is where you can store your data in the cell in the grid. Yeah. Basic terminologies in Excel are rows, which are horizontal lines. Okay. These are cells where you will save your number of data rows and columns. Columns are like rows are represented by 1 to 3 numbers, and columns are labeled with the letters A, B, C, D, you can see, and cells. Cells are the square boxes which you find inside the grid, and cells are named with respect to columns, rows and columns, like A1, A2, A3. I will show you the column. Just show you the Excel file, and you can see. Just again, I'm sharing the Excel file. See, this is a column A, B, C, D, E. These are the rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is a cell. The A1 is a cell, and B1 is a cell, and C1 is a cell. So these are the different cells, and this is a formula bar where you will write all the formula. Here you can write the formulas, and this is a menu where you may find different options for you to work on, and this is a status bar below. This is a status bar where you can find what you will do, what you have done, count of the cells, how what is present in the cells. Sorry, just getting. Yeah, this is the horizontal lines are known as rows. This is a formula bar. You can see each and how everything is in the Excel sheet. I will go back to the PPT. So these are the basic terminologies you will work on. You will be using while working on the Excel. Yeah, formatting the data in Excel. You can format your data. You can change the colors. You can change the borders of your data set, as you can see here in the image, and you can bold the text, and you can increase or decrease the size of a text. You are just changing the style of the data. You are not actually changing the values of the data in the spreadsheets. Okay, when you're adding some currency in front of a numbers, that's just to understand for yourself, not for a what is it? Not for the Excel. And you can see when you write a when you have a data set like this, which I have shown you earlier, then it might look ugly, especially full of numbers and the text. It look confusing, right? That's where we use formatting in the Excel. Formatting is like the difference between newspaper and a ransom note. Okay, both have the words, but one look professional. So this is how the Excel looks when you use formatting. You can give colors. You can add life to the your Excel sheet. See, you can do bold. You can make it italic. You can underline the text. You can change the text to the big size or small size. You can do lot of things. Let me share you the Excel again so you can understand. See, this is what Excel look like. But if you want to change this column to orange color and change color to brown or something else, like we can't see green, we can change it to red. See, we have changed these colors, and we if you want to change the color for the row, you can do the same. Just select any color, your column will change. If you want to change the color for the row, same select the row and change the color using this formatting. You are adding life to the your Excel sheet. If you want to, and here is one sheet where with all the basic values. See here you can see it is it's look little bit boring, right? You can just add colors to it, like how I have added here. I will share this file with you after the class, and you can do experiments on what you want to do. You can change it, you can change the color, you can change the size to how much big you want. You can make any changes you want to the Excel file and it will be shown. But you are not changing anything in the data, you are just formatting, just making it look good. That's what we are doing in Excel. Formatting, formatting thing. This is how we can change the color. We can even change the borders and we can change, like we can make it bold. See, I'm making it bold. It's like we are highlighting something in the rows. So there are different options how we can format the sheets. So we'll move ahead. Like we can see here, we are changing the styles, can changing the colors, we can change the borders, and we can add currency type here to our numbers. If you want any if you want anything in our sheets, see here the price is 60. Can go to data and we can add the we can change it to price. So it will change the number and it will give a what do you say a symbol of our currency. So we can do all this manipulation using the formatting of the data and essential formulas. And okay, we have sum, we have average. This is where our Excel will become magical. Okay, formulas are instructions that tell us the spreadsheets to do the maths automatically. Okay, first we can see here in our spreadsheets. You can see 60, 40, everything is there, right? We can just here, we can just add the formula. We'll just add equals to start a formula. Then we need to sum, right? We want to do sum. Just type sum. Then from where you want to do. We are using from B2 till we want B6 till OI. We want to do sum of this number and just close the bracket. This is the formula. If you hit enter, it will calculate sum of all numbers. This is how you can do mathematics in the Excel. Just write the numbers, it will calculate everything for you. No need to do manual calculation. It will do all the things automatically. And if you want to do average, you can do average. What is the average price of? Just it equals to, then write average. Sorry, average of B2 to B6. This is how we can then press enter. It will give average price of all the numbers. Average number of all. This is average cost. So this is how you can calculate very easily. So in Excel, we can use simple formulas to do calculation very easily. Okay. Some we can use to total the numbers, to total the marks, to work on our budgets, to create invoice, and to do all the functions on invoices. And average can be used to get scores like to our average daily spending, average marks, percentage of students. So that can be you get using average function. We can find all the average between B2 and B6, which is 79. So using these functions, we can do all the things very easily. In real world, average can be used by teachers to find the class average, and stock investors can use this function to find the average stock price in a day or in a week or in a month, so they can bet on their stocks to get some profits. This is what sum and average is. And what is count? Anyone know what is count in Excel? You can type it. Chat is open for everyone. Yeah. Okay. Count is something with the help of which we can count how many numbers are there in the rows or columns, whatever is required. Okay, here we see now count a that counts the text cell. It will calculate how many numbers or how many entries are there in that row or column based on our requirements. And we can see here beyond averaging and making formulas to make decisions, we have used count to check how many numbers are there in a cell, and we can check how many cells from A1 to A100 and how many entries are there, how many are blank. We can check directly by just running this command. Here we are checking for column C, but we can check for any column. We just have to give the name of that column. Yeah, see, I will show you one example. Here is here are some quantities like from for pen we have to pen, and if you want to see this, we'll just delete this column. And if you want to count, we can do it here equals to count from B2 till B6. So when I press enter, it will give how many values are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 values missing. So it's telling there are only four values. Here we can see because we have small data set, but we are working with hundreds of values or thousands of values, then this will be a boon for us. It will tell how many values are missing, where the values are missing. We can find out it very easily. So this is how we can use count function and check where values are missing, and we can add the mean value or the value which is there for the item. For us, there are 10 pens, so we have added 10. So So with the help of this count, we can say how many tasks are there, how many products are there, how many quantities are there. We are not calculating everything. We are just counting how many products are there in our what to say, in our chart or in our data set. That's what. That's why we use count. And if we want to count all the things in B, we just have to write count A, count B, something like that. Yeah. Let's move to if statement. Everyone have used if in SQL or in Python or any programming language like C, C++, Java. Here also we can use if to write conditions. So the syntax is if we will give condition and will give the output. If condition pass, if condition fail, our next output will come. So we can give any conditions, any type of conditions here. So you can see here in the any practice chart. See here we have given password. For this, here is the formula. So formula is this is the formula we want. So this is the formula which we have to give. Just so we have to type if we put this, it will not work. If we have to give value first, B2. We are working on B2, right? We'll write in caps B2. Then we have to give condition greater than or equal to means the student have been passed. This means the student have passed. If the value is true, then we'll print pass. If the value is false, then we'll print fail. And we have to close the bracket because we have given all the conditions. and press enter. Here, the value of the score value is less than 55. So the value is 45. So the student has failed. So if you want to do for other rows also, then just you have to click here and drag it till where you want. So it will give the result automatically and it will calculate for each and everything, every row. See, here the row changes and the formula has been changed automatically. Here we got B3, but we have wrote formula for B2 only. So Excel will change the value automatically. We don't need to worry about that. So if the value is more than 50, then it will give us pass. If the value is less than 50, then it will give us fail. See, this is how formula work in Excel. In English, we write as if this is true, then true. Otherwise, it's false. And we can sort here from here only. We can see sort. See, we have sort in ascending value. If we sort in descending value, then it will give us who is topper 90%, then 78, then 52, and 45, and 33. This is how we can use sort functions to check who is topper, who is not. So this is how you can use formula to check the conditions. And it turns the passive spreadsheets into a smart one. It will make a smart decision for you. And combine this with other formulas, you can automate entire entire Excel. If you want to change something, it will change for you. Like see, we 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 have used formulas. Using that formulas, we have sorted it, and we can see pass are above and fail is below. If you use this sort function here, you can see who have failed. Otherwise, you can sort using the marks. Otherwise, you can sort using the name alphabetical order as it was before. Okay. You can sort by any way you want. Yeah, we'll move back to our PPT. So this is how we refer to our cells. This is how we refer to our cells, which is A1, which is standard. This is a A1. The standard way to here see. Excel is giving us the cell location A1. This is C5. This is E6. When you want to copy the formula to another cell, the cell changes. Okay. See, we have wrote formula for B2 and it changed for B3 and B4 and B5. When you use dollar sign, it will be fixed for that column only, that row only, or that cell only. So if you want to drag if you want to use formula for all the rows, then you don't have to use dollar. If you want to use formula for only that row or that cell, then you have to use dollar sign. This is what dollar look like. Like this is absolute and log for that cell only. So when you have to write some formula or do some work on some cells, if you want to do that, use that formula for entire row, then you have to use like this. Or if you want to use that formula for only that particular cell, then we have to use like this. Like I will show you here. We have used before, right? In place of before, if you write dollar $b and $4, it means we have fixed this and it will not change. in B2, in B3, in B4 we have used B4 and $B and $4, which means we have fixed that formula. If you drag this formula, then your formula will not change. It will be same. See, everything is filled because the formula is not getting changed. You can see here B4, $B and $4. When you want to use this for a particular cell, which should not get changed, then you have to use like this. We have to use dollar signs before the row number and column number. So your formula will not get changed. If you want your formula like this, like which it has to change, then you have to write B2. Means this is a standard way and you can change it afterwards. And it can be used for entire row. See, if I drag this, the values will change. So this is how cell referring work. If you want to check, like if you want to track the tax, if you want to do calculation for taxing or some legal things, then we use absolute formula. So our values will not get changed based on the different cells. It will remain same for what we are actually calculating. So we use absolute. And to check, and when we are working with discounts, okay, we in shops you may get discount for particular items. So there also they have fixed with the QR code, and they have fixed what do you say, discount for that item only. And if you scan that item only, you will get discount. And if you scan other item, you will not get discount. So they have fixed this, they have made that column absolute. So you will get discount on that item only. Okay, this is how this absolute works. And there might be some policies and something which should not change. So for that also we will use this absolute function. We'll go to the next slide. So yeah, managing the large data set. We can sort using alphabetically. We can sort using number and sort by any way, smallest to largest, any way which we require. And we can filter the data, and we can hide what we don't want to show, and we can only show completed thing. We can hide incomplete task. So this is how we can filter in the Excel, and we can freeze the page. In freeze page means this is my header. Okay, this is my header. Student score, pass and fail. If I do any operations like sort anything, this will not get changed. This will remain as it is for entire operations. If you do any operations on the students, the first row will remain same. It will not get changed. So we are using we are freezing the panes to keep our header visible throughout the operation part. So these are some operations which we can do to our data. Yeah, virtualizing the data. You can see here is the my just here is a budget, like how much I spent. This is my rent. This is how much I spent on my groceries. This is how much I spent on my petrol, in rent bills, entertainments. If I go to movies or do anything, so this is how it works. So monthly, I will check how many, how much I have spent. So I have to see total from rent to entertainment. These are the required columns because this is my income. This will I get this income on first of every month. So we will change the data color for this. So we'll make it little bit highlight. So we have highlighted this, and this is our expenses. So this will be in little bit red. So this is getting deducted every month. Okay. Total expenses, how much we have spent. So for that we have to calculate it. So total will be, we will check equals to sum, then we'll type from where we have to calculate. We have to calculate from B3 till B7, and we'll check how much we have spent. We have spent 23,000 in a month, and we'll check for savings now. How much we have saved. For savings, it will be income minus total expenses. So our formula will be equals to B2 minus B8. If you type this, it will give us savings. We have saved 7,000. So this is how we have spent. So if I want a chart for this, like for how much I have spent, how much I have, what I have get, then just I click on wave. I say something, insert. We can add chart, pie chart. Okay. See, you can see how I have spent. So I have spent a lot on the rent, then little less there, I spent less than that. Then this is the groceries 5,000 rupees, then entertainment is 2.5, then transport is 2,000, and phone and trade is, you can see everything is visible here. If you want to change the like chart style also, you can change it. If you want that what is, if you want to give some percentage, then you can see how much you have, how where you have spent a lot. This is how you can create charts for your spendings also. So this is how you have to virtualize. You have given this, and if you want to see, just a thing. Yeah, you can. Why can't? Yeah, you have to select the chart, and you can add anything, any type of charts, line chart, graph chart, maps, or pivot chart. Everything can be done using your data. See which is your more, where you are spending more, you can, where is less, you can see easily using the bar chart. So this is how you can virtualize your data, and you can see. In bar chart you can see, you can compare. In pie chart you can see the percentage parts of, as I have shown. In pie chart you can see the percentage of your spending, where you have spent a lot, where you have spent the very less. 52% of your salary is going to rent, 22% is going on your groceries, 11% is going to entertainment, 9% transport, 6 is internet and phone bills. So this is how you can monitor. And line chart is for something like it should have some trends over time. We are not using time, so we are just checking for only 1 month, right? So we can't use line chart. If we have to compare the spending for different months, then we can use line chart. At which month we have spent more, we at which month we have spent less. So we can see see the difference between different spending. See, this is how I have shown the monthly budget, mine monthly budget. You can also track your own. Here are the formulas. Using this, you can do all your calculations. So there is how you can create a good looking expense chart for you. Using a budget, using your own numbers, you can track down your expenses, your income, and using some you can calculate totals and use income and expense to find your savings. This is what we did here. And shortcuts. For copying, you will use Control C, Control V, Control Z for undoing. And for saving, you can press Control S. These are very basic commands, basic shortcuts in Excel. So everyone might know what these are, as you have already used Excel. We'll go to the next slide. So this is a summary of what we have learned. We have seen how grid structure is. Data lives inside the cell, right? The rows in the form of rows and columns. You can see in the forms of rows and columns, our data is living here. And if you want to do some operations on it, you can easily do operations and you can here are different sheets in my data set. Okay, this is for basic which I made for myself. For your understanding, we can see cell is an intersection of rows and columns. You can write, you can add notes to it, you can do anything you want. And here these are the basic math formulas where we can do calculation. Okay, here see, you can see I have bought 3 notebooks and the price for per notebook is 50 rupees. So my formula to calculate total price will be equal to 3, sorry, here we will be using B2 into C2. So we'll get the result after calculation, which is 150 for 3 piece. So we just drag down, you will find total for all. Then for calculating the grand total, you have to write formula equal to, then write sum, then from we'll start from D2 till D6. And then you have to close. It will give us grand total, how much our bill is. This is how you have to. This is an example for grocery invoice or anything you want to do calculation for. And we have did practice for if, how we can use if statement, and we have done for budget. And this is a data tool. Okay, we can see create budget sheet. Okay, the owner will be Ali, and we can see status is pending, completed, in progress, and we can give priority high, medium, low. So this is how you can create your what is a to-do lists, like create a budget sheet, update a contact list, prepare sales report. You can assign tasks to different people and you can just do it, like mark it completed, pending, in progress. Or else you can use formula to do it, or you can just write it. And here is a shopping list. Here also you can give different values and you can calculate. You have already seen, right? We have calculated total using these this four no, 5 cells, and we have seen the average cost of each item what will be when by checking the average of different items. So the summary is we have seen grid structure, formulas, how to use sum, average, and if to automate mathematics, and we have did formatting of our cells, columns, or our spreadsheets. We have used charts to see the data, and we can tell the story by just looking at the charts. And we have to practice now. Okay, I have shown you the basics how everything works. Now you have to practice and see what you can do and what will work for you, how you can get started with Excel. So these are some of the tricks you have to work on. And this is a small assignment for you. Can you create a shopping list? Like you can add some items as I have shown you, and you have to calculate sum of total prices, and you can change the style of the headlines or or style of your grocery items, and you can share me the file via email or by any way so I can review it. Hello, can you do this, Aditya? I'm audible?
Yes, you are clearly audible, Kojal.
Yeah. This is a small assignment for you. Or just do it now and just send me a snap. You can do it in 2-3 minutes only. Can I get a yes, no, anything in the chat? So if you have any questions, you can ask. If you have made the Excel sheet or anything. If you have any questions on Excel or Google Sheets or formatting of it or any formulas, or any operations using Excel, you can just park it here. Hmm. And creating a spreadsheet is like a creating a brutally honest mirror of your spending. Prepare to be feel attacked by pie charts and bar charts. It will show you what you have done, how you have spent your money. So that's it for today. We'll connect tomorrow. We will be working on SQL, how SQL works, what are the fundamentals of SQL. We'll get to know in tomorrow's class. So that's it for today class. We'll see you in tomorrow class. Aditya, I'm closing the meeting.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.